Welcome back. In this episode, we're going to discuss the vehicle settings, which you will find are very similar to the ones you have in your car. And we begin with the light settings, my favorite. Here you have the option of changing your ambient light just like you do in your car. You can even adjust the separate zones just like you do in your car. Down at the bottom, under operating feedback, you can turn on or off the welcoming, the voice assistance, or your climate. Although, to be honest, I'm not really dead sure what turning on and off the climate does. And at the very bottom, you have your warning support, where you can turn on and off the warnings for these 4 particular scenarios. Although, as you can see, I prefer to leave mine on. But one of my favorite things is the digital lights. Here are the 6 different displays that my headlights project when I start the car and then when I turn it off. Also available under dynamic light is a dynamic low beam, which allows the car's headlights to move based on your driving. Here you can also adjust the spotlight warnings and alerts displayed on the cement if your car has that feature enabled. Although when I have my augmented reality heads-up display turned on, these do not actually project onto the cement. Next up is the exterior interior lights, which allows you to set the delay for your exterior lights, as well as deciding whether you want to have your locator lighting turned on and whether you want your 30-second switch off delay turned on for the interior of your car. Moving on, the next option is the vehicle displays. Here you can tell the car how to format your time and your date. But one of my favorite features is changing the screen on my passenger side. Here I can use my personalized photos from my photo library and simply replace the current picture. And then once it pulls up my photo library, I select the new passenger side screen. I adjust it to how I want it to fit on the screen, save it, and then when the car syncs next, it will be my passenger screen. Moving on to the next tab is the route settings. Here you can tell the car's navigation to avoid certain road conditions and what kind of toll roads you're willing to travel on. Next up is the NewsFlash tab. Here's a tab where they say that there are a whole bunch of options where all you have to do is say, hey Mercedes, read me the latest news, and you can personalize it. And from this laundry list of news sources, it'll give you the latest news. Although, in my experience, I've never gotten this to work, and I'm okay with that, so I have just left this one alone. Now we move on to the owner's info. This one gives you a great chance to see information about your car. Opening the owner's manual, it takes you to your browser. Here you select your style of car, and then you scroll down, you select which model of the car you have, and then you select when your car was built. And mine is built in August 22. And so that's where I will get the information about my car. Here you can look at the owner's manual. It'll give you a detailed list of various topics, or you can go to the quick guide, which then gives you short topics. And finally, you can go to the videos, and here you have within this page a whole bunch of how-tos and explanations of what happens with your car as you operate. So fairly handy stuff in case you have some quick information you want to get. The other option is how-to videos, and here you go straight to their YouTube channel where you can subscribe and you can see a collection of videos they have made for the various cars. Moving back to the main menu, we check out the beta program. Here you can see some of the things that Mercedes is working on. You can opt in where you agree to the terms of use so you can see what the new beta programs are. And although I have tried all of their betas, the one I have found most useful for me was the emergency vehicle alert. So I've been notified a number of times as I'm driving down the road that there's an emergency vehicle ahead. I look up and sure enough there are flashing lights ahead of me. So I found that one most useful of all the ones they've got. And with that, we've covered the middle tab. Next up is navigation.